Good morning. Hey. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So right now I'm going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for the collective whole. This is an energy update. My work doesn't really go by timelines. So whenever this resonates, if it ever resonates, that's when it's meant for you. All right. So I asked the collective energy, what is this reading going to be about? And something sneaky is in the shadows. We'll see. Let's see what this is. So it could be sneaky, like a surprise, surprise development. It could be like a positive development, or it could be something a little more negative. It could be a type of challenge or resistance to your growth that's really going to help to propel you forward. So let's see. Let us see. Yeah, let's just start throwing cards. I'm just a hot mess. Everything's just falling. There you go. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Why did I look down? Why did I look down? Okay, whatever. So this is going to be an intense one. Okay, I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck again. Just put that away. So here we go. This definitely has to do with a rebalancing going on. The rebalancing may be something within you, something outside of you, but it has to do with masculine energy. I'm told the order is like this. Okay. That's fine. If it was at the bottom, could have sworn that would have been last. Okay. Where did I put that thing? Here it is. So how have you guys been faring over the last couple of days? Energies keep fluctuating. There keeps being a shift in, I guess you could say, timelines. I don't follow too heavily on that timeline stuff, just because if you do, what I've realized is that you become so committed to a specific timeline and the specific events that are connected to specific timelines that you then end up creating blockages and more struggle, more disappointment because of expectations. Let's see. Okay, so 2 for that. All right, guys. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, let's see what this is about. So card number 42, the masculine. Look at all those phases of the moon up there. Look at all that. So it's like the masculine is reflecting the phases that the feminine goes through, because the feminine is more lunar energy. She does go through her phases. We all have both masculine and feminine within our auric field. So this could be, again, something just within you, your own internal process, or this could have something more to do with someone outside of you. Okay. So it's a reunification of your parts. It's a reconnection of whatever interactions you need with another person. And this is not confined to physical, sexual parts. And it has nothing to do with your sexual preference, your sexuality. Okay. This is about the energy itself. So for some of us, again, this is something that's going on within us. for some of us, this has something to do with someone else. Okay. Most of us, it will be something within us. But this is the masculine experiencing the different phases, just like the feminine. Oftentimes in this society, masculine men in particular, men are encouraged to ignore all of their feelings. They're not really allowed to feel something and admit to it, to let other people see that you aren't just capable of being firm and aggressive is kind of seen as like weakness. Mm-mm. That masculine energy is starting to rise up in a more supportive way for the feminine. Embrace oneness with the universe, card number 16. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is us taking the steps that are necessary, whether we understand it or not. If these steps are necessary for us to grow our inner under and overstanding of ourself and our soul, then these are the steps our soul is going to encourage us to take. You have to watch your step, though, because there's something in that grass or whatever it is. There's something being hidden that's going to try and trip you up. Is this something you have to be afraid of? No. This is why you're being told, so you can be prepared. All right. If you're one who watches tarot card readings, oracle card readings, to be told what to do, you're probably going to get messed up. Okay. Because we're now entering an age where you have to begin thinking for yourself. You have to consciously choose to exist in such a way where your higher self is guiding you, and all the information that you're receiving external from yourself, like from tarot cards, oracle cards, from readers, all of that, they're supposed to simply serve as confirmation of what you're already receiving. I've been saying this since I started this channel. I've been saying this. So again, you can't be mad at anyone if you step on broken glass in that field, because you're like, well, you didn't tell me where it was. Well, motherfucker, you got two eyes. You got two eyes and you got a guide telling you where to step. Why are you listening to anyone else? So you have to really, really take accountability. Start deciding things for yourself. Start really, really analyzing where the information is coming from within yourself, okay? Card number 38, stability, earth element. This is about you recognizing you have all the components that you need to do more than survive this life. Emotionally, mentally, you have more than you need. Now, if you think survival is simply about like paying the bills, you think it's about like being able to show that you have more funds, it's not about that. Okay. The survival I'm talking about has everything to do with your mind and your emotions and how you respond to the things that happen in this life. All right. So right now, the feeling that I'm getting, this is all emotional and mental messages. This has nothing to do with physical abundance or any of that. Okay. The message that's being presented, you're about to get cut mentally or emotionally. You have to pay attention to where you're heading. All of this Mercury stuff going on, it's got us kind of loopy, kind of not paying attention, like, well, everyone else is effed up too. So, whatever. You still got to pay attention. Card number 41, sovereignty. You're responsible for your growth. No one else is. And this is just you being reminded you have the power to create beautiful circumstance for yourself. Notice I'm not saying perfect. Your life as it is perfect. It was perfectly designed for you. The concept of perfect as we see it in movies, as we think about through social media, all of that is bullshit. That's all just illusion. Illusion, okay? So you're getting to a point where you're being asked by your soul to kind of no longer participate in that. I mean, you could still be on social media. You can still, admire other people's posts, their content, but you're being asked to no longer participate in this program of that's the kind of life I'm supposed to have. And if I don't have that kind of life that's being advertised, because it's being advertised, then I've somehow failed. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. Take control of where your thoughts are leading your emotions. because you can absolutely control your thoughts. Sometimes for some people, it takes a little more effort, but you can absolutely control your thoughts. It's not about not thinking the thoughts. It's about once you realize you've begun a pattern of fixation on negativity, you recognize it and you tell yourself, we're not doing this again. Okay. Now, yes, I would love a comfortable life, but the life that I have is perfect for me. And if that's the life that I'm supposed to have, then I'll be encouraged by my soul to take the steps that lead to that life. So this is about really fully trusting your soul, your ability to provide for yourself, your ability to understand and acknowledge what's going on in your life. And you don't have to understand things right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit for you to grasp why something had to happen, what you were learning in that thing that happened 3 years ago. Sometimes the process takes that long, okay? So card number 14, let love grow. This is about you finally allowing yourself to recognize many of your self-destructive behaviors, no matter how severe or how mild, they stem from your silent mourning of aspects of yourself. Many of us have been a state of mourning, okay? We've been losing aspects of ourself that we heavily identified with, and those aspects, as they become misaligned and irrelevant to our spiritual path, regardless of what you believe, okay, whether you're religious, spiritual, atheist, whatever it is, new age, as you grow, you have to release certain aspects of yourself, certain versions of you that no longer is, no longer is in alignment. And sometimes that hurts, because as you release those aspects of who you once were, sometimes in order for that part of you to finish, you had to end relationships and friendships and a period of your life that you really, really enjoyed. Well, you have to let yourself mourn that, okay? You can't just constantly be like busy, constantly go, go, go. There is this very, very profound concept that sometimes people who are always too busy, they choose to be too busy to avoid processing the events of their life, because they're afraid of what happens when they sit still and have time to process. So just let that, and again, none of my readings is about shaming you. None of my readings is about giving you further justification to hate on yourself. It's about recognizing your processes. It's about taking ownership of how you're processing your life, so that way you can finally recognize you have the power to make it this difficult. So you also have the power to make it the opposite, which is not as difficult. All right. When you take ownership of your actions and how you co-create circumstance, you then empower yourself to recognize this. There's no need for blame. Blaming is an absolute waste of time. It's an absolute waste of time. And trying to say it's someone else because if you blame them, they did this to me and we have to fix. No, you're not going to fix anyone. You cannot change anyone. You can play these little games within your head that you will and you can, and you're here to save everybody. But the fact is, you're not. You're not here in the Messiah capacity. Okay. Case in point, everyone talks about how Jesus is our savior. Jesus, who did he save in that moment when he died? Nobody. We then all had to make a decision to honor his sacrifice. I have specific beliefs about Jesus, but we'll go with the narrative. Everyone else had to choose to see it as he saved us. He saved us by choosing something for himself, which then inspired us to choose something for ourselves. Notice how that saving works. We're choosing it. We are, even the people who are devoutly religious, like, I chose the Lord. Okay, so you chose the teachings. You chose to follow a more peaceful life or whatever. Okay, you chose that. So just like when you choose to remove yourself from a dark state, then you can definitely change your life around when you choose. No one else is going to save you. No one. No one. Okay? Card number 22, Capricorn. I use again reiteration that you have all of the components necessary to climb the highest mountain. You have all of this. You can be as sure-footed as that goat. You can. You can also swim as easily and comfortably as that sea goat. So you can do both the earth and the land. I mean, yo, did you need anything else? No. You already have pretty much everything you need. It's just a matter of you recognizing these things, giving yourself permission to be who you are. And again, I'm being told to remind you guys, if you're waiting for someone else to give you permission to be who you are, they will never give you permission. Never, never, never. If the people you're waiting for who have never allowed you to be yourself, they're the ones, I mean, forget about the people who support you and accept you the way you are. We're waiting for the ones who don't support us to turn around and validate us. What if they're not capable? What if that's it? What if they're not giving you permission because they're not capable? People can only meet you as far as they've come. People can only rise to the level that they've allowed themselves to go to. If you're expecting someone who's only allowed themselves to get to the 3rd floor, if you're expecting them to meet you on the 27th, good luck with that. Good luck with that. The 3rd floor is where they exist, okay? It's not like you're better or they're worse. This is just how they exist. You can't expect that of them. You can't expect someone to love you in the way that you love yourself when they haven't been able to love themselves in that way. And so this was something that I really had to learn. It was like, what the hell? God, because I was pissed at my brother about he's not consistent with giving our mom her medication because I had moved back to Colorado. And my husband told me, well, you are who you are. You can't expect anyone else to take care of her the way you take care of her. Because I was really like, I was a little over the top. But and then I was like, you're right. I mean, he takes medication too, and he don't even take his medication regularly. So how could I ever expect him to be like on the dot? Like, you have to take this, you have to take this. And so I was like, okay, I have to calm down. He's doing the best he can. He's doing the best that he can. It's not for a lack of love. It's not for a lack of effort. People do the best they can with what they can do. And if they can't take care of themselves in the way that you're expecting them to take care of you, who's selfish now? Who's unrealistic now? Who's unfair now? Okay? You can't expect someone else to provide you the opportunities and happiness you can't provide yourself. You want that happiness? Make yourself happy. You want that level of success? Make yourself successful. You can't put it off on someone else's shoulders. You have to have faith in yourself. Okay. You have to have faith in yourself. Card number 31, you're in a rebirthing process. Just because it's painful, just because it's difficult, just because she's exhausted. Can a mother say, all right, someone in this room, can you labor for me? No, they can't. Well, but no one ever helps me the way that I need. Well, you're the one that got pregnant, right? This is your solo mission. We're just here for moral, emotional, medical support. See your life as that. You are this laboring mother. You're rebirthing yourself. That's what all of this is about. It's about rebirthing yourself into the sovereign that you've always been. Okay? It's about a rebirthing, and you need to really allow yourself to be fully present in this process. Card number 15, Maximus. How can you feed others when your table is empty? Boom. Boom. Right. How can you feed others when your table is empty? You can't. So again, this has to do with the whole self-love, about allowing yourself to grow, about allowing yourself to receive, taking accountability for your life, taking accountability for decisions you've made. And for those who, and I know this logic too, so don't try and feed me that bullshit where I didn't decide anything. They just decided this for me. No, you didn't decide anything because you didn't want to take accountability. And that was a decision in itself. That was a decision in itself. Okay. So if you want to say that someone else did this, no, no. You said, here, decide for me. That's what you did. Card number 47, Grand Cross Provoker. That's what I am. I'm a provoker. I'm provoking you. I'm challenging you to see what you've created for yourself, what you have invited others to assist you in co creating for yourself. No more of the excuses. No more of the, oh, it's someone else. Oh, it just happened to me. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. No, I beg to differ. I beg to differ. This is a point in your journey where you are being presented with either continuing on your path or allowing for the amplification to take your potentiality to a higher level. What are you going to choose? Are you going to allow the amplification to take you to a higher level? Ooh. There's extremes. This is a collective reading. This is not just for one person. Although it feels like, for some of you, this is really resonating. It's like she's talking to me directly. This is about the collective, our journey as individuals within a collective whole. So we're all, it's like droplets of the ocean with a wave. Okay. So that's what's going on. Extremes. There will be extremes that occur. Another polarity, a pinching off, spiritual mitosis is being initiated. Oh, I get so sick of this. I get so sick of this. So with the extremes, some of us will be very cold, some of us will be very hot. See, cold, hot. They're polarities that are being initiated. You have to first, if you're not familiar with mitosis, and mitosis is nothing more than a process of growth, replication, duplication, separation. So first you need to create polarities, and the material will begin to drift either to the one pole or to the other pole, and then it gets pinched off before it separates. So there's one half who, again, is still willing to, and this goes in levels. So one half, one side, is willing to perpetuate the current storyline, official narrative, even for spirituality. And the other half is now releasing all of that baggage and rising higher. Like, this current narrative is not all there is. I want to go to the next level up to see what the next level of storyline is, because really creation, your life, is nothing more than those books from the 80s where you can, like, if you want Pedro to go down the left path, go to page 36. If Pedro goes down the right path, go to page 12. You're picking the storyline. You're picking your storyline. But no matter what, as the ocean, we are all heading back home to the shoreline together. I don't care what you believe, don't believe, practice, don't practice, what you think about you're better than everyone, less than everyone. We all going back home together. None of that matters. I hate to break that religious bubble. There is no hell. There's no purgatory. If you're talking about spirits that are stuck here and, oh, she's wrong, no, because they refuse to let go of the narrative they listen to in their life. That's why they're stuck here. They choose to not let go. That's why. It's not because there's some man sitting on a throne upstairs that said, you're not good enough, you're going to stay. He sounds like Sean Connery. He's hot. He's old, but he's hot. Old man fetish. Okay. Card number 29. Probably shouldn't have said that. Card number 29. Perfect. Accept myself. And my own man fetish. I accept my old man fetish, right? Card number 29, perfect acceptance. You just gotta accept yourself as you are. What? I like silver hair. Okay. Accept yourself as you are. You can continue to try and pretend that you're not enough if you want. That's up to you, but it doesn't serve you. It doesn't. It doesn't. And sometimes what you need is to kind of just sit there for a little bit. Sit there for a little bit and just let yourself marinate. Let yourself marinate in your thoughts. Here, this is important. Card number 15, Gemini, I think. Card number 27, third house messages, 6 and 9. Ooh, that's even more. Wow. 6 and 9. 6 and 9. Okay. Well, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Holy shit. 29 and 47, 11, 11, 6 and 9. 6 right here. So 11, 6, 11, 6, 9. Okay. Let me just rewind this shit. I just went off. Okay, so card number 47, 4 plus 7 is 11. Grand Cross, Provoker. Card number 29, Perfect Acceptance. That's 11. You're being provoked to accept yourself. Okay, you are being provoked to accept yourself. And your table, your table is being emptied to prepare yourself to receive. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 being the number of receiving. Okay. 1 plus 9, or 1 plus 5 is 6. So you're being prepared to receive. If you have your table full of all kind of crap foods, you have no space to receive. The table must first be emptied so a feast can be laid out before you. All right. Here we go. Michael, take care of that. Use force, no mercy. Full permission. Card number 15, Gemini, I think. 1 plus 5 is 6. You are needing to allow yourself to receive the thoughts you need to think that will guide your emotions to where they need to go. Because really, it's your thoughts and your emotions. When fixated, you are repatterning your standing scalar waves. Okay, this is how you continue to manifest really ugly things for yourself. This is also how you manifest really beautiful things for yourself. Notice how some people, it's like they're so lucky, they just keep having wonderful things happen. And it's like, yeah, well, I'd be happy too if I had all these amazing things happening for me. Well, go ahead and keep fixating on how horrible your life is. And so your life can remain horrible. You know, it's not about ignoring the horrible things that are happening. It's about recognizing, acknowledging, okay, this is the crappy event. This needs to be dealt with. I'm not okay with this because I'm trying to get to another event. Okay, let's take care of this and let's go to the next event. Card number 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 being the number of that God source energy, that prime creator energy. Oh my God, you know, I have to rewatch this. Jeff, the Christian whistleblower. I was watching his video last night. He was talking about Lemurian language. Oh my God. Truth bombs. Oh my God. He was talking about phonetic language. Y'all have to watch. Yeah, I'm just saying. Card number 27, third house messages. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 being that prime creator energy, 0 point energy. If you pair these two together, communication needs to occur. 6, okay? This is about you receiving the messages, the communication, because 6 is the cup. We are the number 6. 6 is the cup, okay? Let me just, hold on. Let me show you guys this. Wait, huh? I don't know. Shit. Sorry. So 6 is the cup, right? 6 is the cup. Now, if we look at the number 9, 9 is the higher reflection. 6 is the lower reflection. As 9 is dumping out the messages. There you go. It's dumping out. It's entering the 6, the cup. You have to allow yourself to receive the messages from your soul. These are messages coming down. And once you're ready to understand, because some people be like, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. That's okay. That's okay. You will understand when you're ready to. Okay? You will understand when you're ready to. Notice how none of my videos I talk about time. I don't date them. That's because sometimes there are multiple layers of messages contained within one video. You watch it, all of that shit goes down. You're like, holy shit, this girl blew my mind. All of the stuff she said happened. So you go back to the video because you're like, no, she didn't actually say that. It's crazy. No, there's no way I'm going to watch it. I think I just imagined it. And so you watch it, and then you get a secondary level of messages and understanding coming through. And then all that happens too. And then you go back and you're like, holy shit, it happened again. And then see, it's multiple levels and layers. Sometimes one message is a step to get you to the next level. And as you look down, you'll see that it's something else. It's like a piece of art where, depending on the angle that you look at it, it changes what it is. You know, it looks like just a jumble of stuff if you're not looking from the right angle. But as you travel down your path, you'll see as the angle shifts for your point of view, what you're seeing, what you're witnessing is also beginning to develop. It's transforming into other things. Okay. So let us get the final messages. Which card, my dear? Which card? Okay. So just kind of want to put this out there for people who continuously try and do energetic attacks as you watch behind your screen. These are intentional things, okay? This is not a mistake. If you have to message me later and be like, oh my God, was I doing that? I didn't mean to. No, it's not you. It's not a mistake. This is intentional, okay? This is intentional, meaning on purpose, premeditated, waiting for me to come live to do this. You're no longer going to get my reaction. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not. I don't need to prove anything. So instead, I'm going to give Michael full permission. Don't matter to me. Michael, to me, is not the angelic that people portray him to be. I just want to share this real quick. If Michael is the right hand of God and is the one that comes to rebalance things when things are out of control, let that sink in. Michael's not tutti frutti. He comes to fuck shit up. When that creator energy sends Michael, it's to fuck shit up. And he's not tutti frutti. See, he wears dresses and shit and paintings, but he fucks shit up in a kilt. I'm just saying. Look at the men who wear kilts. They fuck shit up. I'm just saying. Look at the islanders who wear their cloth around their waist looking like they're going to hula. They fuck shit up. No, I'm just saying. No more. You're not going to get any reaction from me. I'll just tell Michael, go ahead. Because he doesn't do it because I don't give permission. Just to be clear. He's charged to protect me. He's not my guide. He's my personal bodyguard. You guys need to know that. There's not going to be a pissing contest with me. My penis, my etheric penis, is much bigger than yours. I know this. I'm over here peacocking it. See? This is about you no longer being ashamed of who you are. Let that peacock energy through. You know what I mean? If you feel the need to shake your tail feather, go ahead. Shake that dust out your tail feather. If people got to be jealous, peacocks are aggressive birds, okay? They're not birds that will cuddle with you. They're aggressive. I mean, I've been to so many Buddhist temples. Every single Buddhist temple that I've been to that have peacocks that live there have signs all over. Please do not approach peacocks. They are aggressive. I'm a fucking peacock, is what it is. I'm a peacock. I may look cute and shit, but I will peck the shit out of you. Sea otter. So first, you have to be peacock. You have to allow yourself to recognize you are a oh, you know what? You are like the fancy cousin of Fancy Pablo. If you were watching me last summer, I don't know if y'all remember Fancy Pablo. You're a cousin of Fancy Pablo. So also you have to pull in some of that otter energy. You have to allow yourself to just have fun with your life. You can be goofy, you can explore, be very, very, very curious about your life. Okay. Otters are freaking amazing in this way. They can still provide for themselves and get things done while having the most ridiculous amount of fun. They are terrestrial creatures. They live on land, but are so at home in the water. Okay. They are so at home in the water. You can allow yourself to be more than what you think you are, because really, what you think you are is not all you actually are. You're so much more than that. So the B energy, what we need to also remember, being told by this, excuse me, by this card, yes, we can function as a beehive where everyone takes care of what their specialty is, and then we all come together and we provide for each other. But at the same time, you have to understand, with that sweetness comes the ability to sting. All right. I think what's really going on at this point, your higher self is completely giving you permission to let that inner savage out of its cage. When you exist in a savage world, you must behave as the savages do. Sorry. When in Rome, right? When in Rome. There's nothing spiritual about allowing people to walk all over you, about allowing people to take from your head your very crown that you were gifted with by creation itself. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. You can be very sweet, but you can also sting. So it's time for you to see the totality of who and what you are. Who are you? What are you? It's so much more than what you think. As much as I think I've discovered about myself, I really am only barely scratching scratching the surface of who and what I am. Okay? I'm only barely scratching the surface. What deck was it? Oh. So I'm being told you're also going to be given some information about potential upcoming events. Again, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone. It's not meant to resonate for everyone. Sorry. Michael said I was supposed to take that. Sorry. Ready shuffled it, bro. Ready shuffled it. Start taking cards off my deck. Don't be like that. I gave you permission to kick ass, not touch my cards, bro. Don't ever touch my cards. If you want to keep those pretty little fingers of yours, do not touch my cards. All right. All right. Whew. So we have the King of Pentacles. You need to become about your business at this point. Screw trying to help other people who are not asking for your help. Notice the emphasis on not asking for your help. It's one thing for someone to ask for your help and you feel called to help, by all means help. But it's a whole nother thing when you're trying to make other people your projects. Okay. King of Pentacles. It's time for you to be about your business at this point. You even have the Capricorn card that came out. Okay. It's time for you to develop your own thing. Stop using other people as an excuse as to why you can't work on your stuff right now. All right. We also have the Justice card. Legal situation or document, police finding out the truth in the matter affecting the balance. So the truth's about to come out. Some of us are going through certain types of circumstance. The truth is about to come out, and it might get ugly for a little bit. Okay. It might get ugly for a little bit, but once you really come to terms with it, Six of Pentacles, you're going to increase in energy, increase in awareness. It's really going to help to ripen your inner under and overstanding of yourself, your soul, whatever this connection was. Um, it has to do with this connection where it's like a sense that you were in some way allowing someone to take advantage of you, because it was helping to justify your need to punish yourself. And it was also helping to address this feeling of a need for external validation. Sometimes, which is pretty much most of the time, when we help other people and think we're amazing people for it, it's a selfish act. You might not like that. It's a selfish act. I can admit this. I help a lot of people because it feels good to me. That's why I help, not because I pity you, but because I see aspects of myself in you. And to me, it's like, you know what? I couldn't help myself in that moment when I was experiencing that. I'm going to help you, though. I'm going to help you, and it's going to help me to feel empowered, how I should have felt empowered when I was going through that. But I was too busy struggling with my emotions at the time that I didn't allow myself to do this for myself. And so it's a selfish act. Okay. It's a selfish act, but not unbalanced selfishness in how society defines selfishness. Okay. So let me see. So this individual, you feel like you have some sort of maybe karmic tie. Uh, y'all, this better not be no twin shit. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna get on your ass about that. I'll just leave that alone. Michael goes, do you need some water? Two of Pentacles. It's someone who your energy has been intertwined with. You've been doing this thing for quite a long time. This is a karmic connection. Um, this karmic connection is supposed to serve to give you strength, inner understanding. But it seems like uh, for some time now, as it's attempting to strengthen you through adversity as well as support, it's the Ace of Swords, double-edged sword. Okay, double-edged sword, frustrations, hollow victory. It's this feeling of however far you think you get ahead, you revert that much more. So if you take one step forward, you're ending up taking two steps back. So you're kind of just rocking in place, just like how this fool is rocking his pentacles in place. He's just rocking it back and forth, not really making any significant progress. And it really leads to an Eight of Cups situation where you're feeling depleted, um, money or energy problems. You got to turn your back and walk away, knowing nothing more can be done. Okay. So this is about you really taking responsibility and claiming ownership and like recognizing I'm perpetuating this cycle. Maybe for those of you that this has to do with twin flame stuff and you're constantly like, I need to let go. I still have to hold on. I need to let go. I still have to hold on. Maybe if you go and hug yourself, you can hold on to yourself. Okay. Because you were made whole. You were made whole. If they were going to come back, they would have come back. If they're meant to come back later, then you won't know until they get back, right? So what's the point in fixating on this individual? None. None. There's no point in it at all. At all. Just let it go. So Eight of Cups. And then we have Three of Cups, celebration, bright happenings. Maybe in letting go, you'll be able to free yourself to celebrate with yourself, to celebrate with your different aspects, to recombine your masculine and your feminine along with your mind and your heart. Maybe this is about you becoming whole, a realization that it's time to let go of the old and embrace the new you, the new journey that you're on. A lot of this shadow stuff is going to continue. That's fine. We don't need to control that. We don't need to freaking vacuum and dust the shadow areas. No, we just need to know there's something sneaky lurking there. It's going to try and convince you of certain things about yourself, about your journey. It's going to try and get you to continue to perpetuate this existence full of blaming, full of really just not taking accountability for your part in the co-created circumstance. It's going to help you, this shadow sneaking around is going to help you to continue to perpetuate all of this really flawed logic that has perpetuated your suffering, your misunderstanding of yourself. So you can continue to allow that to happen, or you can choose to make it stop. It's up to you. It's up to you, because the way darkness works, once you shine your light, it's not dark, right? It's not dark. You're afraid of what's in the dark, turn on your light. And that's all you have to do, turn on your light. If you're worried that as the sun is setting, because you're in a dark night of the soul, and you're walking through the grass of your soul's garden, you're going to step on broken glass. Well, first off, if you shine your light, you'll see exactly where you're walking. Second off, this broken glass is a piece of yourself. Ooh, that's deep. This broken glass is a piece of yourself. This means you're going to be facing an aspect of yourself that's going to cut you wide open. Okay? It's going to cut you wide open. And maybe that's part of the process of releasing the sovereign within you. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe, maybe this is about you really recognizing that no matter how hard you want my attention, you don't get it. You're gone. But this is time for you to realize everything that's within your garden, everything is a part of you. It exists for you. And you could be like, well, sometimes really toxic plants grow in the garden. Well, if you look at homeopathic medicine, certain types of medicines, when you have a certain set of symptoms, they give you the medicine that would induce that type of symptom, because then it causes the body to overreact and resolve that symptom. Now, I'm not telling you medical advice. You need to go to someone who understands, but this is what the doctor was explaining to me once, that sometimes like for like induces the solution. It induces the soul, the body's need. It elevates it so that a solution is actually found and implemented. Everything in your garden, when you learn how it functions, can serve you. Datura, foxglove digitalis, those plants are so ridiculously toxic. But when you allow the ancient wisdom of your ancestors to guide you, and you know how to handle these plants, they can take you on spiritual journeys far beyond what you could ever comprehend. These are the plants used by ancient shamans. You have ayahuasca. Those are toxic as fuck plants. They're toxic vines and barks. But because of the wisdom of the ancient ancestors being passed down and allowed to guide, when you know how to handle, process, and handle, you know the dosage that you can tolerate. It helps to induce circumstance that will really, really amplify your ability to reach higher, deeper, more profound levels of your soul. So everything in your garden exists for a reason, even the demonic shit. You guys, everything that exists serves a purpose. What is the purpose of existence? To perpetuate discovery and rediscovery. If you want to sit there and be like, well, what about demonic things? They exist to perpetuate that. Just like you do. Just like you do. Okay? You guys need to begin really understanding everything in your garden is there to help you. You just have to figure out how to use it, how much of it, how often, what you should maybe steer clear of for a little bit because you're not yet ready. All of that. Take control of your journey. Take control of your life. Y'all got this, okay? You guys got this. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already given this video a thumbs up, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell, join me every single time I'm live. Join me, guys, okay? Bye.